Let go of your old habits and be free. Let's begin. Let me start with a story. There was a man who carried a heavy bag everywhere he went, to work, to meetings, to sleep. No one ever questioned it. It had always been there. But over time, his shoulders started to ache. His back felt stiff. His energy dropped. One day, someone finally asked him, "What's in the bag?" He paused. He thought about it, and then he said something honest. He said, "I don't really know anymore. I've been carrying it for so long, I forgot why." So he opened it. Inside were things he didn't need anymore. Old clothes that didn't fit, broken tools, things that once had a purpose but no longer did. And that's when it hit him. The weight wasn't necessary. He was tired, not because life was heavy, but because he refused to put the bag down. That's how most people live. We carry habits long after they've stopped serving us. We carry routines that drain us, behaviors that limit us, patterns that once helped us survive, but now keep us stuck. And because they're familiar, we don't question them. But familiarity is not freedom. Now let me slow this down. Habits are powerful. They quietly shape your life. You don't wake up one day and suddenly become stuck. You drift there slowly through repetition. And the dangerous thing about old habits is this: they feel normal. Scrolling endlessly, avoiding hard conversations, staying up late, procrastinating, comfort eating, escaping discomfort. None of these feel dramatic, but over time, they build a prison, and the door is usually unlocked. Scripture has always warned us about this. In the Bible, it says, "You were running a good race. Who cut in on you to keep you from obeying the truth?" Not a dramatic fall, a slow distraction. In Buddhism, freedom comes from letting go of attachments, not adding more. In Hindu philosophy, liberation comes when old patterns of desire dissolve. In Islam, habits are reshaped through daily discipline, prayer, restraint, reflection. Different paths, same truth. Freedom comes from release. Now, here's the part most people don't like. Letting go of old habits feels uncomfortable because habits are not just actions, they're identity. When you change a habit, you change who you think you are, and that's scary. So people say things like, "This is just how I am. I've always been like this." But those statements are not truth. They're attachment, and attachment keeps you bound. Now let me bring this into real life. There are habits in your life right now that you already know are holding you back. You don't need anyone to tell you, you feel it. When you repeat them, something inside you tightens. But instead of letting them go, you justify them. You say you'll change later, when things calm down, when life is easier. But life never gets easier first, and you get stronger first, and strength comes from discipline. This is where freedom actually begins. Not when circumstances change, but when habits change. Because habits determine how you respond to life, and response determines freedom. Now, let me say this clearly. You don't become free by adding more to your life. You become free by removing what no longer serves you. That's why simplicity feels peaceful. That's why disciplined people feel light. They're not carrying unnecessary weight. And here's the spiritual truth behind this. The higher power cannot fill hands that are already full. If you're gripping old habits, old patterns, old comforts, there's no space for growth. That's why scripture often speaks about emptying yourself, not because emptiness is bad, but because emptiness makes room. Now, let me ground this with 10 key takeaways, and for each one, how you actually live it. Number 1, old habits once served you, but may now limit you. What helped you survive may now stop you from growing. How to implement this? Identify one habit that feels heavy rather than helpful. Just one. Number 2, Habits shape your freedom more than circumstances. Your reactions matter more than situations. How to implement this? Notice how you respond under stress. That response is a habit. Number three, letting go feels uncomfortable because identity is involved. You're not just changing behavior, you're changing self image. How to implement this? Replace "this is who I am" with "this is who I'm becoming." Number four, comfort habits quietly create prisons. Ease without discipline weakens you. How to implement this? Replace one comfort habit with a discipline habit. Scrolling, reading, late nights, early mornings. Number five, freedom is subtraction, not addition. Less weight, more movement. How to implement this? Ask daily, what can I remove today, not add? Number six, discipline creates space for peace. Structure brings calm. How to implement this? Create simple routines. Wake time, work time, reflection time. Number seven, scripture teaches release before elevation. Hands must be empty to receive. How to implement this? When something feels hard to let go of, ask why. Attachment reveals itself there. Number eight, awareness is the first step to freedom. You can't change what you don't see. How to implement this? Observe habits without judgment. Clarity comes first. Number nine, freedom feels light, not dramatic. Peace is subtle. How to implement this? Notice how your body feels after disciplined days versus indulgent days. The body knows. Number 10, letting go makes space for the life meant for you. Release precedes growth. How to implement this? Choose one habit to release this month. Commit fully. No negotiation. Now let's close with this. Freedom is not found by running away from life. It's found by putting down what weighs you down. Old habits don't need to be hated. They need to be thanked and released. So take the bag off your shoulders, open it, and let go of what no longer serves you. Because the moment you do, you'll realize you were never trapped. You were just holding on. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.